Hello students, myself Anna Sahib Gorane from Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's R.B. Narayan Rao Borauke College Srirampur. I am junior college teacher in physics. Today we are going to study chapter electromagnetic induction from 12th science. This is my second lecture on this electromagnetic induction. Now we know electromagnetic induction, the phenomenon of production of induced EMF in a conductor or coil due to changing magnetic flux linked with the coil is the electromagnetic induction. We also know Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. In first law, we have studied that whenever there is change in magnetic flux linked with closed circuit, EMF is induced. So cause of induced EMF is change in magnetic flux associated with the circuit or coil. This law is a qualitative law because it only indicates the characteristics of induced EMF. We also know Faraday's second law. Magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux. Or we write it as E is equal to K d phi upon dt. If this E, phi and T are in same unit, the constant K is 1. And we write it as d phi upon dt. As this is the magnitude of EMF, it means this d phi upon dt may be positive or negative. We consider its magnitude, that is E is equal to d phi upon dt. We may consider its negative sign also, that is E equal to minus d phi upon dt. While considering the second law, magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux. This is the magnitude. If this constant K is 1, if all these quantities are in same unit, this is the formula for the EMF. But as it is a magnitude, this may be positive or negative. We may write this as also like this, E equal to minus d phi upon dt. So these two are the Faraday's laws, first law and second law. Now today we see the Lenz's law. Lenz's law. The statement of the law is very simple. The direction of induced EMF or current, the direction of induced EMF or current in circuit or coil is such that it opposes the change in magnetic flux. Change in magnetic flux which produces it. The direction of induced EMF or current in a circuit or coil is such that it opposes the change in magnetic flux which produces it. That is E equal to minus d phi upon dt. Here this negative sign indicates EMF opposes the change in magnetic flux. EMF opposes the change in magnetic flux. Now Faraday's first law gives the cause of induced EMF, that is the change in magnetic flux is the cause. Faraday's second law gives the magnitude of induced EMF, whereas this Lenz's law gives the direction of induced EMF. Now we see the explanation of this Lenz's law. Suppose this is a coil. This is a coil, and we bring a magnet. This is a magnet having north pole and south pole. Magnet is suddenly moved towards the coil. Magnet is suddenly moved towards the coil. The magnetic flux associated with the coil increases and induced current is there in the coil. This induced current produces the magnetic dipole. The face of the coil, which is facing towards the north pole of magnet, behaves like a north pole magnetic dipole, and the face towards the magnet or towards the north pole behaves like a north pole, and it opposes its motion towards the coil. It opposes its motion towards the coil, and the current induced here is in anti-clockwise sense. This north pole opposes the motion of magnet as per the Lenz's law, and it opposes the motion of the magnet towards the coil. It acts as a magnetic dipole, north pole facing towards the north. By right hand rule, the current induced here is in anti-clockwise sense. For the same coil, if magnet is suddenly moved away from the coil, magnetic flux associated with the coil decreases, current is induced in the coil. Current is induced such that this coil behaves as a magnetic dipole with south pole of the magnet facing towards this north pole of the magnet, south pole of the dipole facing towards north pole of the magnet, and it opposes its motion away from the coil. That is, this south pole tries to attract the magnet. It means it opposes its motion, and as this south pole is formed, the current induced here is in clockwise sense. Current induced here is in clockwise sense. Now we see some applications of Lenz's law. This is the explanation of Lenz's law. The direction of induced EMF is such that it opposes the change in magnetic flux, which is responsible for its production. Now we see some applications of Lenz's law. Applications are also very simple. Applications of Lenz's law. First application is motion of magnet towards the loop. Motion of magnet towards the loop. Suppose this is a conducting loop or a conducting closed wire, we call it as a loop. If magnet, suppose this is north pole of magnet, south pole of magnet, if we suddenly move the magnet towards the loop, the magnetic field of this magnet is from north pole to south pole. These lines are like this. Outside the magnet we know. There is change in magnetic flux associated with the coil, and due to this change in magnetic flux, the current is induced in the coil. Due to this change in magnetic flux, current is induced in the coil. Now this coil or this loop behaves as a magnetic dipole with this face which is facing towards the north pole. It behaves as a north pole. This upper face, it behaves as a north pole of the dipole, and this face behaves as a south pole, north pole and south pole. So anti-clockwise current is induced here, and the magnetic field lines of this coil as a dipole are like this. These are the magnetic field lines of this dipole. Magnet is suddenly moved towards the loop, conducting loop. Magnetic flux with the loop goes on increasing. Current is induced in the loop. And as this current is induced, this loop acts as a dipole with its upper face as a north pole and lower face as a south pole. The magnetic field lines are like this, and this north pole of the dipole coil as a dipole opposes the motion of this magnet towards the coil. Similarly, if this magnet is moved away from the coil, if it is moved away from the coil, change in magnetic flux with this loop goes on decreasing. Again current is induced. It acts as a dipole, but its upper face acts as a south pole. It tries to attract this north pole. It means it tries to oppose that motion. It tries to oppose that motion, and in that case the current induced will be in clockwise sense. Current induced will be in clockwise sense. Now next application here, that is energy conservation in Lenz's law. This is the first application, motion of magnet towards the loop. We see the second application, that is the energy conservation in Lenz's law. We know law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can be converted from one form to another. Total amount of energy in the universe remains constant, and we see the energy conservation in Lenz's law. We know Lenz's law. The direction of induced current in a closed circuit is such that it tries to oppose the change in magnetic flux which is responsible for its production. The direction of induced EMF, induced EMF, we call this EMF as induced EMF in closed circuit, is such that it tries to oppose the change in magnetic flux which is responsible for its production. Hence we write E equal to minus d phi upon dt. Negative sign indicates the EMF opposes the change in magnetic flux, and here we see law of conservation is obeyed. We explain this in two ways. It is that opposition against which we perform mechanical work in causing change in magnetic flux. It is the opposition against which we perform a mechanical work. We perform some mechanical work. And as we perform the mechanical work, it causes the change in magnetic flux. It causes the change in magnetic flux. To cause the change in magnetic flux. Here, the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. Here main thing is, this mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. Hence, law of conservation is obeyed. So it is in accordance with Lenz's law, is in accordance with law of conservation of energy. We can explain this in another way also. By another way we can explain this also. Suppose the direction of this induced EMF or current is such that it tends to assist, not oppose. Suppose we consider a contradictory statement. The direction of induced current is such that it tends to assist change in magnetic flux. Change in magnetic flux. As it tends to assist the change in magnetic flux, we assume this, the flux linked with the coil changes more rapidly. Flux change with the coil changes more rapidly. Because it assists, flux change with the coil changes more rapidly. Due to small this initial change, large EMF is induced, and induced current built automatically. Large amount of energy is created due to small expenditure of energy. Large amount of energy is created due to small expenditure of energy, but this is contradictory to law of conservation of energy. This is contradictory to law of conservation of energy. It means it does not assist, but it opposes the change in magnetic flux which is responsible for its production. Now third application of Lenz's law is, this is the second application, energy conservation in Lenz's law. Energy is conserved, neither created nor destroyed. Now third application is also very simple. We see Lenz's law and Faraday's law. And Faraday's law. In Faraday's law, we know the magnitude of induced EMF is equal to d phi upon dt if that constant k is 1. As it is a magnitude, it may be negative or positive. We take it as E equal to d phi upon dt. But if we consider the negative sign there, we write E equal to minus d phi upon dt. But this flux phi, we know it is B dot A, or it is BA cos theta. Flux phi is B dot A, or it is BA cos theta. If theta is 0, this B and A are along the same direction, and we get this phi as B into A. This A is an area vector which is perpendicular to this loop, and B is also along the same direction if theta is 0. This area vector is perpendicular to the loop. B is along the same direction as that of the area vector as theta is 0, and flux in this case is maximum. Here flux is maximum, and as flux is maximum, this B increases with time. This flux phi increases with time. So we write this EMF as minus d upon dt of B dot A. D upon dt of B dot A, or if we consider, we write it as minus area vector. Area vector, we know it is a magnitude is positive, or it is a positive, and then dB upon dt. As here theta is 0, flux is maximum, this B increases with time, this magnitude A is positive, B increases with time, this is also positive. So this part is positive. This part is positive, but here there is a negative sign, and as there is negative sign, this RHS is negative. This RHS is negative. Hence, even though these two are positive, but this RHS is negative, so this EMF, this LHS must be negative. This EMF will be also a negative quantity, and hence we write E is equal to negative of d phi upon dt. As this RHS is negative, this LHS must be a negative quantity. Even though this is positive, this factor is positive, then and then also this is negative, RHS negative, LHS must be negative. Hence we write this EMF as a negative, and we write it as E equal to minus d phi upon dt, which is the Lenz's law. Hence this E equal to minus d phi upon dt incorporates Lenz's law into Faraday's law. It incorporates Lenz's law into Faraday's law. It is a part of Faraday's law. Incorporate means it is a part of Faraday's law. So these are the some applications of Lenz's law. Okay. Today we stop here. Thank you.